an Elden Ring movie, The Lore of the Frenzied Flame. So this one is a year old, so it shouldn't have any DLC spoilers. No spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers, or you'll get bonged. Okay, prepare to cry.
The lands between are ruined, mired in torment and despair. Is there really anything here worth fighting for? Is there anyone worth saving?
Hello? Is somebody there? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn, to the south. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. As commander, the servants there have rebelled. Filled with
So I did Fia's quest in Elden Ring, fight that dragon, and then I let the brother of D kill her so I could get his sword because his sword is a faith-based sword and I'm using a faith-based build.
with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear for Father's life. My soul wishes that he escape.
The slaves of Castle Morn are misbegotten. Their very existence is considered to be a punishment. But their only crime was being born outside of grace. So it's no wonder that hatred has fermented in their hearts, inspiring them to finally break free of their masters. The next step in a cycle of revenge that began at Castle Morn.
I always have done this quest, but I don't know how this quest connects to any of the other quests. And there's so many quests.
Long ago.
I see. From Irina. Thank you. I'm in your debt, but I can't leave yet. Even if the castle should fall, as commander, I must remain to ensure the treasured Sword of Morn does not fall into the wrong hands.
Wait, can you use him in this battle?
Ages ago, a lone champion fought at Castle Morn. His entire clan had been vanquished, but he grafted their swords onto his own and continued to fight. So determined was he to claim his revenge. And so, this became the legendary sword of Castle Morn. It was claimed by the banished knights of Godric, stolen by a misbegotten, and then passed down to you. And with it, the cycle of revenge continues. An eye for an eye.
I'm in your debt for keeping the sword from those fallen creatures.
Was it one of those guys that killed her?
I'm no longer bound by duty. Once I've rescued Irina, I will spend my remaining days with her.
Oh, I know that's basically the Game of Thrones sword. I think it was a reference to the Game of Thrones writer that helped out with the game.
Irina, how could this be? My daughter deserved better. The fault lies with me. I chose duty over my daughter's safety. And that is how fate has answered. I'll find them. The foul wretches responsible for this. I'll hunt them down and exterminate every last one of them. Rest assured, Irina, it will be done.
You're a tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods. I am of a nomadic people, selling wares.
Wait, Kale is also part of the Frenzy Flame?
As I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer. There are others of my people who yet survive in these lands. If the mood takes you and you meet one, then offer them some trade, won't you? My people, wanderers all have long been spurned by the grace of gold, which is why we cannot settle, but instead are forced into this pitiful, unceasing journey. But thanks to that, things are not so different for us now. I think this makes us kindred spirits of sorts.
Has anybody gotten the frenzy ending? I know that with Fia's ending, you actually do need to cause the frenzy, I believe. I was looking up some quests off stream. I was looking up quests so I can do them. Because besides Ronnie's ending, I haven't really done much other endings, let alone done much other questing.
Your people, the Tarnished, and mine. See that no harm comes to my kin. We have a saying, we wanderers, lament not your solitude. Expect no sympathy, no regard, nothing. But if anyone dares harm us, show them no mercy. That is our code, so to speak. Just the way we are, deeply unforgiving.
Deep within the eyes of the oldest merchants, a secret is hidden. Deeply unforgiving indeed.
Yeah, I agree. I think Ronnie's ending is definitely the easiest. But also you can just do Ronnie's quest and still choose not to do her ending.
But I've done all I can here. I'm thinking of moving elsewhere for a time.
So far, we've spoken of misbegotten, banished knights, tarnished, and merchants. All were spurned by grace in one way or another. You can't go too far without wondering if the Golden Order is to blame for the oceans of
I mean, of course, like, right, when there's a certain order, there's always going to be people that get burned from that order and then want to rebel against that order.
anger and despair. When we last met Edgar, he swore revenge upon the misbegotten. But now, all must die, misbegotten or not. And if you defeat Edgar, you will receive a Shabriri grape. It's a proof that his need for revenge no longer divides or distinguishes.
I think I killed him as well.
Love, revenge, melt it all away in the yellow chaos flame. But there are those who fight against the tarnished who stalk their own. Yura, the hunter of bloody fingers, will often be at your side.
I also never did his
Yura
quest.
comes from the land of reeds, a place that has long been locked in a miserable civil war, and it's said that the entire nation has succumbed to a blood-soaked madness. It's not too surprising, then, that Yura fights against any blood-crazed tarnished, whether they serve the Lord of Blood or otherwise. But Yura's true mark is a Drake Knight named Eleonora, located at the Second Church of Marika, where she kills Yura in cold blood. Once, Eleonora had a legacy as a proud knight, but because of her dragon communion, it seems her humanity has slipped away. So, you put that legacy to rest. By now, it should be clear.
That is so confusing. I also haven't done anything with the Dung Eater. I don't know what to do with the Dung Eater. I didn't even know there's so many different endings.
That madness takes many forms.
Hello? Is someone there? My name is Hayata, and I'm journeying in search of the distant light. If I might be so bold as to ask, would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me?
She looks like Arena.
She looks so much like her, yeah. Also, I don't understand what those grapes are.
But Arena is dead. Somehow, this Hayata has taken over that body. But for what purpose? She barely even knows herself.
I can feel a distant light in the back of my eyes. It will lead me to my true duty as a finger maiden. You're not like the others who give me grapes.
Wait, she's a finger maiden too?
So are you. They rest their trembling hands upon me. Howling wordlessly, they gently stroke my eyes. Their frail fingers, emaciated. Yet still, they give me the grapes. But you seem somehow firmer. Now I can feel the distant light once more. That aside, I wonder what Shabriri grapes really are. Delectably tender and sweet, yet searing. What a sight they must be to behold.
Of course, the Shabriri grapes are eyes. Yellow, shriveled, and oozing.
That's not possible. Not all of those people. Their own... So those noises I heard were...
Shabriri, the most reviled man in all of history. It all began long ago with the crime of slander. Shabriri came up with a lie, and it was so damaging, so heinous, that his eyes were gouged out as a punishment when that lie was proven to be false.
What? Who gouges eyes out?
We can't be sure of what was said, but what if Shabriri slandered the nomadic merchants? What if, with a crooked smile, he accused them of the very crime he himself was guilty of, saying that they had fraternized with the Three Fingers and were not to be trusted?
Ooh.
This would explain why
The no brows is so creepy.
the nomadic merchants came to be so hated. It is said, after all, that the sickness of the flame of frenzy began with Shabriri. And after his eyes were gouged out, the blight of the flame of frenzy came to dwell in his
Why so many people in this game have gouged out eyes?
empty sockets. Yellow eyes became known as Shabriri grapes, and frenzy started to infect the despairing world. A madness that belongs to those who have lost everything.
Ah, by the way, well, even we had a place to call home once. The Great Caravan, they called it. But it's been lost to us for ages. I've been searching for it as long as I can remember. And with a name like that, you'd hope they kept some fine goods there, eh? I've always preferred my own company to that of other people's. And I don't have any burning questions I wish to ask my ancestors.
I didn't even know Kale basically had a quest line too.
But there's something I need to know. My roots. I want to know who I am, where I came from, where I'm headed. I hope you can join me at the Great Caravan, in fact. Who knows what wonders there might be to trade?
If Shabriri did indeed slander the merchants, then he knew exactly what their despair might bring.
Ah, is that you over there? I've gleaned something very important indeed, thanks to you.
What do you mean this is cut content? What do you mean? I know you can talk to him at one point for something, but I don't think he has a full quest line. I think he does. I think there is, at some point you have to show him something, I think. I remember somewhere something like that.
The reason why it was eyes I had to eat, the distant light, is far and frail. So faint it can't be seen by the naked eye. But with everyone's eyes together, it appears. Finally, it all makes sense. I'm certain now. I will be a finger maiden. Could you donate a fingerprint grape to me? They're special grapes which only grow on those who've been clasped by the burnt fingers.
We only know of one other who was clasped in such a manner. His name was Vike, the dragon spear. After the war with the ancient dragons, there came the rise of the dragon cultists, who earned the dragon's affection. One of the most beloved was Vike the Dragonspear, a tarnished descendant from Godfrey, who eventually returned from across the sea to join the Round.
Wait, so if it was a tarnished descendant of Godfrey, does that mean Godfrey had like a first wife before America? Did Godfrey have like children before America?
It'll hold, in hopes of becoming Elden Lord. To this end, Vike was assigned a Finger Maiden and acquired the power of 2 great runes. But when he stood before the thorns of the oak tree, he realized the truth.
He was a village chief, so does that mean he just like had a lot of unprotected sex?
That a maiden's true purpose is to burn the thorns for the one who would become Elden Lord. And whether it was born of love or duty, Vike refused to burn his maiden. For the whisperings of Shabriri had told him of another flame. A flame of frenzy hidden.
Wait a minute. That means that to become Elden Lord, you have to have a maiden and you have to burn the maiden to burn the tree. And that's why we burn her. So I thought she just did it on her own. I thought she just did it because she was like, don't worry, I will help you. But I didn't know that was like what you had to do. That's why you needed a maiden. I kind of want to save her by doing the Frenzy Flame thing, but I know she'll hate me if I do it.
Deep below the capital that could burn the thorns away. But when Vike returned, his maiden was dead.
Yes. So the maiden was only supposed to burn the thorns in front of the tree, not the whole tree, right?
Did she commit suicide after betraying her purpose? Or was Vike captured and punished for his treason? Whatever the case, now Vike's vengeful spirit defends the dead maiden at the Church of Inhibition, while the real Vike kneels imprisoned in an Everjail deep within the Forbidden Lands, clad in armor clasped by 3 burnt fingers. This is all that remains of the contender that was supposed to become Elden Lord.
Whoa. The dude. I actually did beat this guy, by the way. Dragon magic looks so cool. Rip. That was a pretty cool fight. See, I have a good faith, so if I start building some arcane, maybe I can do some dragon spells. I need to check out the dragon spells. So far, I found most magic a little underwhelming. Maybe that's just me. At least the faith-based magic, besides like the stat boosting ones, like the removal of poison buildup, that I've been really liking.
Finally, we meet the Tarnished, who would be Lord. Oh my, why the long face? I fear that you were previously
Oh, I remember. I got to this point. This guy's now possessed by the crazy dude.
acquainted with this vessel. Well, that is most
I saw in the DLC you can have butterfly magic, and I want that. I don't care. I'll respec to whatever the butterfly magic is. I want the butterfly magic.
unfortunate, for he is dead. As for his flesh, he gave it to me. Shabriri. I hope you can make your peace with that. You were about to sacrifice something precious, the life of a fair maiden, that you would toss into the fiery forge, only so that you may be Lord. What a horrible thing to ponder.
I mean...
Your ascendancy requires her sacrifice. Whether she...
Wait. The butterfly magic scales with faith? Are you, is this what I'm hearing? Is this what I'm hearing? Yes.
she wishes it or not. But how would the Lord, crowned so, be looked upon? Chosen tarnished, and would-be Lord, dare to tread the path of true rigor. Spare the poor girl, and singe your own flesh in her stead.
Burn yourself.
If you are prepared to show resolve and attain lordship through righteous hardship, then heed the words of I, Shabriri. Chosen, tarnished, and would-be Lord, descend into the depths far below the Erd-tree capital. Seek audience with the 3 fingers and the flame of frenzy. If you inherit the flame of frenzy, your flesh will serve as kindling. Burn the Erd-tree to the ground and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world. May chaos take the world. Shabriri is chaos incarnate. I cannot die. May chaos take the world.
If you intend to claim the frenzied flame, I ask that you cease. It is not to be meddled with. It is chaos, devouring life and thought unending. However ruined this world has become.
But like, where does it come from? Like, who put the frenzy flame in the first place?
However mired in torment and despair, life endures. Births continue. There is beauty in that. Is there not? If you would become Lord, do not deny this notion. Please, leave the frenzied flame alone.
And maybe you would have left it alone, were it not for the horrors that you found down there.
Yeah, I don't understand what with all these bodies down there.
Did you see what they did to my ancestors? The whole clan buried alive. sick, maddened, husks of themselves. Have you heard this?
Wait, were they a bunch of merchants? Was the Frenzied Flame trying to kill the merchant class?
Their moans. They're hardly human anymore. They think we worship the Three Fingers, that we called the maddening sickness down upon them. Well, if that's what they expect from us, then that's what they shall get from us! The world of grace and its people should have been content to see us sink between the cracks.
Channel 17 dancing, channel 17 dancing.
But to have intruded upon our solace, having broken us upon their whims, never forgive any of you. We won't be trailing any longer. Wait. What's that? That burn. Your eyes. You've inherited the flame frenzy. Unknown warrior.
I have never seen what's beyond this door.
Divest yourself of everything.
This is overwhelming.
Our Three Fingers. Throw wide the door. Ah, that's it. The yellow flame of chaos.
The Three Fingers. I've never seen the Three Fingers before.
Please. A frenzied flame to melt away the curses, suffering, and despair. And the order entire.
That would be spicy.
Melt away the curses, suffering, despair. And the order entire. Make chaos take the world.
I don't know what I was expecting. It's Three Fingers. Three Fingers.
Make chaos take the world.
Did the Three Fingers enter you?
Oh, it burns. My eyes, they're melting. Thank you. I have touched them. The words of the Three
Wait, if you get the frenzy ending, you burn her, she never becomes a finger maiden?
Fingers. As your maiden, allow me to divine them. All that there is came from the one great. Then came fractures, and births, and souls. But the greater will
No, because you just burned the tree for yourself.
made a mistake. Torment, despair, affliction, every sin, every curse, every one born of the mistake. And so, what was borrowed must be returned. melt it all away with the yellow chaos flame, until all is one again. Those who gave me grapes howled without words, saying they wished they were never born. Become their lord, take their torment, despair, their affliction, every
I was pretty sure that you, with the frenzied flame, you don't sacrifice a maiden. You sacrifice a maiden without the frenzy flame. I thought they was saying earlier that with the frenzy flame you sacrifice your own body.
sin, every curse, and melt it all away. As the Lord of Chaos, no more fractures, no more birth.
And so it is, that an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind.
You have inherited the frenzied flame. A pity. Our accord ends here.
Is this the frenzy ending? Is this the actual ending? That's crazy. You burned the whole world. What?
Lord of frenzied flame. I will seek you as far as you may travel. To deliver you what is yours.
Wait, is this real? Does this happen in the game?
Destined death.
Thank you for watching. If you want to get early access to more videos like this, then you can consider signing up to my Patreon.
Huh. But yeah, that was interesting. I wish there was less filler so I would know what is accurately lore-wise, but still very good.